These are the top 10 times NBA players humiliated their opponents. But before diving in, if you're new to the channel, welcome to Hoopscape. Here we provide you with interesting videos and updates in the world of basketball. Today we'll provide you with all the information you need to catch up regarding the times NBA players humiliated their rivals. Number 10. Damn, Kevin Durant caught the guy slipping and nearly broke his leg.
Damn.
Number 9. A white boy was taught how to leap by Andrew Wiggins. The next time Wiggins was on camera, everyone noticed that he had printed the dunk on a personalized t-shirt for his daughter to wear, so at least she avoided Zion Williamson's humiliation. Number 8. Like the kids at number 8, everything started when he arrived at a nearby gym to spend the day hooping with supporters, and one youngster chose to comment about his height and claimed his father is better on defense than him. Nevertheless, unless that child's father is Shaq, Zion is 6'6" and 284 pounds. He shouldn't have spoken all that, in my opinion, as Zion felt compelled to demonstrate his paternity. Wow, the quiet bully that is Zion. He'd best catch on before it's too late, because embarrassing your opponents occasionally might go horribly wrong, as it did with the Warriors and number 7. The Warriors immediately tried to secure that and dominated both ends of the floor, so they started getting cocky. Jordan Poole was the first of the Warriors to start running his mouth, which enraged Anthony Davis. This wasn't just any game. This game determined which team was guaranteed a playoff spot. The Lakers ended the first half with a double-digit deficit because LeBron and AD were playing some of their worst basketball of the season. But no matter what AD said, Poole didn't care. He just made another three-pointer, which even gave his teammate Juan Toscana Anderson the confidence to trash-talk LeBron. Even though LeBron only had 6 points and AD only had 5, this was the breaking moment. I have no idea what transpired in the locker room, but as soon as they returned to the court with a point to prove, they quickly took control. Even though the Lakers were miraculously in the lead without a win, it would all be for nothing. And everything came down to one of the most memorable baskets in NBA history. LeBron even hit the guy who trash-mouthed him on back-to-back plays. Suddenly, the Warriors' taunts bit them in the behind, but fortunately, their core was unharmed. Number 6. Shaq was embarrassed in the studio by Damian Lillard. Dame goes by the rap name Dame Dollar, and what he has accomplished in his rap career is really astounding compared to what he's accomplished in basketball. This is because he's not just produced a song that has received millions of views. When he joined a podcast, the subject of NBA rappers naturally came up. But once some of the names got thrown about, he let them all know how he truly felt. Even some of the best rappers of all time, like Lil Wayne, have hopped on his tracks. Shaq isn't one of those NBA players who just likes to rap in his spare time, but I'm sure Dame understood what he was doing. Shaq wasn't about to let some young kid son him, and he got in the booth to fire bullets. The man genuinely released an album called Shaq Diesel that went platinum, and he also did a song with one of the most iconic rappers ever, the Notorious B.I.G. Therefore, it was clear that Shaq took Dame's remarks personally, but Dame saw himself made fun of online while Shaq's song had over 1 million views. When Dame tweeted, "Training camp starts tomorrow, but he's definitely getting a round of me," he let the world know what was in store. Simply wait. Dame also released the song Rain Rain Go Away in less than a day. Yeah, the world was made aware of Dame when his song was played. Dame returned to playing for the Blazers, and after all that, despite. Dame is fortunate that he wasn't feuding with Jaylen Brown when he was named the NBA's Rap King and Miss Speed was over. Number 5. Because this man falsely accused someone after severely humiliating them. Aiming in his face and dapping up fans aren't enough when you dunk on an NBA All-Star like Donovan Mitchell. So after the game, Jaylen took to Twitter to share the dunk to everyone who wasn't watching live and informed Donovan, "I'm absolutely grabbing this frame, bro. Holding on, how are you going to so publicly humiliate a grown man and then display it for the entire family to see?" Even Donovan couldn't believe it, so he could only reply with a gif, although Jaylen's moment only happened during a regular season game against one opponent. Number 4. At the All-Star Game, Stephen Curry embarrassed the entire squad. The best NBA players were about to take the court, but Steph wasn't afraid of any of them. Since only one player in the history of the All-Star Game was able to score more than 50 points, Steph had his mindset on the nearly impossible, but he remained unflappable. In fact, before the game even started, Mike caught up on what he was thinking about. He had the most legendary three-point shooting performance ever that night, but there are no words to adequately describe what else happened. He made 16 three-pointers, scored 50 points, led his team to victory, and was named the game's MVP while competing against some of the most well-known athletes in the world. Number 3. Due to one of the most well-known figures in the world, James Harden degraded a team. Harden was one of the best scorers in the league at the time he was playing for the Rockets, so no matter what city he was in, he never needed any additional motivation to catch a dub, then hit the club. However, when Harden's Rocket came to Philadelphia, little did he know he had to deal with one of the littlest 76ers fans, Kevin Hart. Despite the fact that Harden couldn't miss after all that, they persisted. As a result, Harden spoke to Kevin a little bit more after giving up a triple-double of 51 points. Kevin tried to video bomb the entire post-game interview, but Harden just had to make fun of him one final time. Although Kevin was only trying to have fun, Harden didn't have to act like a little brother. Number 2. Kobe Bryant was made to suffer by another player, only to avoid being expelled from the NBA. A day that the NBA world will never forget is February 10th, 2012, because this was Jeremy Lin's last chance to show the NBA that he belonged by entering a game against the Lakers. His contract ended today, enabling the Knicks to release him from his obligations without having to pay him a dime. It goes without saying that few organizations would be interested in a player who wasn't even talented enough to play for the Knicks. Jeremy was now aware of his options regarding his basketball career. Now was the only option. He immediately scored the opening points for the Knicks before making jump shot after jump shot, once even grabbing Kobe's miss before becoming prime Kobe. However, Kobe Bryant wasn't even attempting yet, so even though Jeremy and the Knicks appeared to be performing the impossible and couldn't be stopped, Kobe then absolutely seized control of the game after that. However, Kobe was exerting the most effort in trying to mount a comeback and effectively telling the other team to play nice, as if he was going to win it all by himself. Jeremy didn't want to let this ruin his historic night, so he immediately returned and Flynn scored an incredible reverse layup, hit a clutch three, and led the Knicks to a stunning victory, while finishing with more points than Kobe, 38-34. It's understandable why Jeremy's teammates were in disbelief after the game, but Jeremy was only motivated to humiliate because his career was on the line. Number 1. One more player had the game of his life as a result of a murder. Fans were mistaken about the 2019 NBA Finals. The Warriors entered the game and, assuming they kept fit, were predicted to win their 3rd consecutive title. But Kawhi Leonard, a player on the other team, had a hidden agenda the entire time. The NBA Finals have always held a particular place in Kawhi's heart because they coincide with Father's Day every year, and coincidentally, the last time he played on that day, he won a championship with the Spurs. He wanted to do it once more for his father, but the problem was that Kawhi's father couldn't attend the game since he had to stay late at the family car wash. A group of thieves pulled up and approached it. Dad of Kawhi was shot to death. Because the culprits were never located, the incident turned into a huge mystery after they fled the site. Nobody was more hurt than Kawhi in this scenario, which would have grieved anyone. Even still, he was fighting for a title, so the game had to continue because if he succeeded, he would also be able to celebrate Father's Day. Kawhi wanted to capture this special moment for him and his dad to remember forever while his team was up 3-2 and his father was looking down on him. Kawhi gave this game his best because he understood that there were others playing as well as him. And eventually, as the clock ran out, he succeeded. He won MVP of the championship games again. Even though Kawhi became the 3rd player to earn a Finals MVP award while playing for multiple teams, he wasn't very interested in making himself famous. Tonight was all about making Dad happy. So here's all the information about the times NBA players humiliated their opponents. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on all the interesting, informative topics coming in the future. Until next time, we'll see you in the next video.